Hey, guys and gals, how's everybody doing? We're going to recap a few of the things we talked about this past Monday, kind of help reinforce what we talked about. We talked some about how the chords are formed with your left hand, but the music is made with the right hand in the strumming. And we're going to, as we get better and better with being able to switch between the chords, then we'll start working on some right hand techniques that add a little bit more flair, a little more interest to the music that you're playing. And we added in a couple of elements this past week. We talked some about the walk up, and then we also talked about an alternating bass. That add a little bit more interest to the music. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to stay with our old tested and true song we've been working on, This Land Is Your Land. I know you're probably getting tired of it by now. And, you know, there are lots and lots of songs that we could be doing with these same chords. But it helps as we get this pattern down to help you in this work to be able to move between your chords as quickly and easily as possible. And also remember, we talked about when you're playing with someone else, like you'll be playing along with me here in just a few minutes, if you can't keep up with the and stay on time, then for a while work with just playing diamonds, which is one strum per measure, one strum for every 4 beats. So in other words, it would be this land is your 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That way, you're playing with the group. Sometimes it gets a little frustrating when you're playing and the group's moving forward and you're trying to to do all the strumming and change on time and you start thinking, okay, I'm going to have to change here in a minute, and then you're behind and then by then they've moved on to another chord and now you're totally frustrated and you just drop out. Just pull back to that. If you're still if it's still taking you some time to switch, work on playing the first strum on the 1 count and being ready to do that. And that way you can still participate in the song. You can still add something to the song and you don't drop out. And then as you get more and more comfortable changing these chords, then you can add more strums later. But don't be afraid to play the diamonds, the 1 strum per measure. And because the important thing is that you play in time. Even if you're not strumming along like everybody else is, if you're hitting the chord on that first beat like you're supposed to, you're adding to the song. You're playing the song. Just remember that, and as we go through this, I'm going to play the song very slowly, and we'll count out each chord. So if you're at that stage, then you can play along with it. You get comfortable at that stage and you want to challenge yourself a little more, then I'm going to play it another time, and I'll play it at normal speed, and then I'll play it through a third time, and then I'm going to add the walk up and the alternating bass, and I'll talk more about that when we get ready to play that song. But the nice thing about this is, if you are on the slow strum platform right now, just keep playing this part over and over again. Then when you get a little more comfortable, you can move up a little faster. You get a little more comfortable, then you can go forward. You can just play at your speed today. This is not a contest. There's not a grade. You just want to challenge yourself to get a little better every day. So here we go on this first. We're going to play it really slow, and I'm just going to name the chord and then count the beats as we play it. So here we go. This land is 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G. All right, and you can stop that. You can go back there. You can play that as many times as you need to get comfortable playing at that pace. And now this time, I'm going to play it at the normal speed that you would play it if you were going to sing it with people. And I'm going to sing the words and not the chords. So you'll have to remember what the chords are, or look at your chord chart, and you can play along with this. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, to the Redwood Forest, to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. Okay, and if you get to that place where you can play the song either without having to look at your chord chart or to be able to move between them and play at that normal speed, then you're ready to step up your game a little bit more. And we're going to add a walk-up and some alternating bass. Now, I'm going to show you what we're talking about on the walk-up. Instead of just saying, this land is your land, we're going to go, this land is your land. See, that adds a little bit more interest to it, doesn't it? It's a simple thing that we're going to play. If you've been doing your chord stretch exercise like we have been talking about, then you'll know that your first finger goes on the first fret, your second finger on the second fret, third finger on the third fret, fourth finger on the fourth fret. So what we're going to do is we're going to play third finger, ring finger on the third fret of the sixth string. And then we're going to play the five string, the A string, open. This land. And then we're going to play the second fret of the five string with our middle finger. And then come up here with our third finger, our ring finger, on the third fret of the fifth string. And we're going to form our C chord. So it's... We're right there ready with that C chord. So just practice this for a while. You'll take off like that. Then once you get the walk-up ready, now we can start working on the alternating bass. Now, what I mean by that is that the bass note is this lowest note. It's the root note on these chords. So this is a C chord. This root note is the note C. In the G chord, the root note is a G note. And on the D chord, guess what? The root note is a D note. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick and strum, pick, strum. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Work on that for a while, and then we're going to spice that up a little bit more with we're going to pick the 5 string, the root note on the 5 string, strum, and then we're going to come to the 4th string. We're going to pluck that one, and then strum the chord. So we're going to have. Sounds kind of country, doesn't it? And then in the G chord, we'll pluck the G string, strum, and then we'll come up here to the 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice on that a while, and then we'll go to the D chord. And we're going to do this one. We're going to pluck the D note, which is the open 4th string, and then we'll come down here to the 5th string and play it as well. So it'll be. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And now we're going to do that all the way through the song. Now I'm going to play this song using the walk up. Now, if you noticed, I hit the wrong string. I hit this 4 string instead of the 5 string. But you know what? It still sounds good because that is a note in this chord. So it can't sound bad. It belongs in the chord. So if you miss this one and go to, well, that sounds just fine, doesn't it? Either one of those works because there are notes in the chord, and any note in the chord is going to sound all right in that strum. So, are you ready? We're going to play the song now, and we're going to use the walk up, and we're going to do the alternating bass. And if you want to play along with this and you're not ready to do that, go right ahead. You can do your straight strums. You can play diamonds with it, however you want to. But you can contribute to the song by playing the right chord and strumming it on the 1 count at least. And do it on time, and you'll be contributing to the music. All right, so here we go. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. All right, good job. So just enjoy learning how to play the guitar. Enjoy the journey, because you're doing well. I promise, you really are. And I look forward to seeing you again next time we get together.